Okay, are you ready to meet my hot date?
Wow.
Yeah, if a footstep shows up there, you still don't have to acknowledge it.
You just never know when you're gonna stumble upon a hidden gem. We're not going that way. Look at that! That is so cool.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own.
So it's errand day. I gotta do everything today. I have a lot of packages to pick up at my mailbox at the UPS store. I need water, I need to dump, I need to get rid of my garbage. Luckily, the RV resort in Pahrump has dumpsters right next to the dump station, which is always a big, huge bonus. $15 to dump and get water. They raised it to $30. $30. That's ridiculous. That is insane. If I'd known, I would have done it in Tacoma. I was just here a week ago. $30 is, and this is like the only dump station in town, I think. Well, time to find a new dump station. Wow. That's ridiculous. That's a lot. And garbage. They also have propane. I've never gotten propane there before. I do have to get propane today. And groceries. I think that's it. That's a lot. But first, I'm going to go check out something that I just discovered. In the middle of the barren desert, there is an oasis. And it's the perfect place for a hot date. I have a hot date today, and I'm going to take you with me, because if I don't, you won't believe it. I thought it would be fun. First, gotta get down this crappy road. It's supposed to be a really pretty, narrow, interesting drive, so I'll show you as we go. Proper way to drive on washboard roads. Well, here's my experience. No two washboard roads are the same. Sometimes the washboards are close together, sometimes they're far apart, sometimes they're not very high, sometimes they're high, and that all makes a difference. Sometimes you can fly over them. If you go fast enough, 40, 50 miles an hour, you can literally like float on top of them. That works. That doesn't work more often than it does. And what happens in situations like that is the speed up and speed down is hell. Because between 0 and 40, you do a lot of fast, ugly bouncing. So most of the time, and depending on how far I have to drive on it, and you know, and I might test it out a couple of times, I have found most of the time, I'm doing 10 miles an hour right now. I have found most of the time, just go slow. I've slowed down a lot in my RV life. You know what? I'm not in a hurry. I can sleep wherever, you know, and it's, I feel like it's less wear and tear most of the time on my RV. Like I said, if it's 10, 20 miles of washboard, which I usually try to avoid roads like that, but if it is, I will try to speed up and see if it works, but that also scares Sadie, so I try not to do it. Because you could be a scaredy cat. You could be a little scaredy dog. You can be scared sometimes. I don't blame you. It's very loud. If it's loud for me, I can just imagine what it sounds like for you. That looks like fun. Amargosa Scenic River. Amargosa Scenic River area is where we are, going into Tacoma. I will ransom them from the power of the grave. I will redeem them from the death of Hosea. Oh, there's a post office out here. That's good to know. espresso, pizza, baked goods. Wow. Sorry. Everything is dirty. RV dump open. Really? Huh. $10. Look at that. Oh, yeah, look. Oh, that's good to know. Future home of SIFPD. I'm excited, something new, someplace I've never been, a road I've never been on. I don't have a cell signal, so I can't look up anything. I'm winging it by memory and by what Google Maps I have with no cell signal, which is enough to navigate manually. Hi. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Holy crap. Can you see this? Wow. This is like Lake Mead area. Wow. I feel like an ant. Literally, I feel like an ant, like just traveling around underground in like a big anthill. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. This is amazing. Oh my, look at this. Holy crap. Oh, I should get pictures. Wow. This is crazy. Oh, I read that the drive is amazing, but I was like, I've seen a lot of amazing drives. Look at this. Wow. Hi, good girl. Gypsum queen. Oh, look at that. That's a gypsum. That's a mine. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is insane. I have never driven through anything like this. I can honestly say, wow, it's chilly too. Wow. Amazing. What a planet. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. What a planet we are lucky enough to live on, if we can keep it. Ugh. You see the trees? I see the date trees. Oh, I got you excited. Look at this. An oasis in the middle. This is insane. Look at this. My goodness. Look at this. My goodness. Wow. This is insane. Yes, there are hot springs in the area. I've done videos of the hot springs. I'll put the link in the video description below. I did the free one, but you can also stay. There's a couple campgrounds that have hot springs, and I actually heard that they're pretty nice. Maybe I'll do that one of these days. They're nicer. The free ones are kind of funky. My friend Christy came and stayed with me one time in the middle of winter, and we tried to do the hot springs, and they were way too cold. Oh my God. I'm assuming those are date trees. Wow. Please do not steal the fruit from our fields. I would never. Oh, look. Oh, look. I wonder if they're covered in case of frost. It's been pretty cold. Look at that. Or if they're just, oh no, they have holes in the bottom. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I have never visited a date farm. Oh my God, this is so cool. What a fun find. And I found it just by perusing the map, just looking around at the map on the map. Welcome. Please remember China Ranch is private property, so don't be a butthead. So this is a really small family owned and operated date farm. Wow, this is so cool. Oh my God, look at, I was wondering how big of a rig could go down that road. Look at, there's a couple big rigs down here. Oh. I wouldn't want to drive that down it. There are some hiking trails down here, so I think before I go into the gift shop, I'm gonna check out the trails. Did you know that right now, while you're watching this video, there are people online selling your personal information? Yeah, I'm not kidding. Go Google yourself. They're selling your phone number, your address to anybody who wants to pay for it. And what makes matters worse is they're also telling everybody who your relatives are, where they live, and what their phone numbers are. Today's video is sponsored by Delete Me. And I discovered Delete Me a long time before they asked to be a sponsor of this video. I signed up for their service when my mother was a victim of the grandparent scam. I was really worried that it might have had something to do with me being so public and them using that information. So I did a deep dive on the internet and I could not believe the information that was everywhere. We're not just talking one site, but there was information about me, about who my mother was, where she lived, and her phone number. So I signed up for Delete Me. I got the family plan so that I could have Delete Me scour the internet and remove the personal information that was there for both of us. Within 7 days, I got a full privacy report. They had scoured hundreds of websites, deleting hundreds of records of our information. And every month, they send me a report letting me know that they're continuing to work for both me and my mom in continuing to scour the internet and take down sensitive information about us. I loved it because it was really easy to use. Once I signed up for the service, all I had to do was enter the information about us, and they instantly went to work for us to take our information off the internet. I think everybody needs to Google themselves. When you're done watching this video, go Google yourself. Google your family members, especially if they're getting up in age. We don't want them to be victims like my mother was. So sign up for Delete Me now, and with my special link or scanning this QR code, entering Carolyn's RV, you're going to get 20% off your first year. Go ahead and start removing your personal information from the internet right now. Carolyn's RV for 20% off, scanning here or clicking the link in the video description below. And thank you, Delete Me, not only for sponsoring this video, but for giving me peace of mind that my mother is going to be safer from future scams. In 2009, Congress declared a 26-mile section of the Amargosa River from Shoshone south to the Federal Wild and Scenic River. The designation will assure that the Amargosa, the only free-flowing river in the Mojave Desert, will continue to flow undisturbed through this region of public land. 1 mile from here, the Amargosa River supports a rich collection of endemic plants and animals that have adapted to the severe conditions of the Mojave Desert. This includes over 260 species of birds alone. These endemic flora and fauna depend on the river surface flow and the springs that feed it along its journey from central Nevada to Badwater in Death Valley. Desert pupfish. So the 20-mile stretch of river beginning south of Shoshone and continuing through the Amargosa Canyon flows year-round and can therefore support permanent wetland habitats of reeds and water plants. Several waterfalls can also be found in the canyon. In other areas, water only flows after rain, such as this section above near the Dumont Dunes, where the river doubles back and heads north into Death Valley and then sinks into the sands only 55 miles from where it began. That's where it only flows in rain, and that's a waterfall. I don't see anything about dogs. Nothing at all. Come here. Maybe you don't need to be on a leash. Let me take your leash off? Wait. Look at that. Be free. So weird to see water in the desert. There's really not a lot known about the activity or the people that were at the China Ranch area from 1850 until the turn of the century. But according to some sources, a Chinese man named Quan Sing, or Ah Fu, came to the canyon after many years of work in the Death Valley borax mines. He developed the water, planted fruits and vegetables, and raised meat for the local mining camps. It became known as Chinaman's Ranch during that time. Oh my God, this is amazing. And then sometime in 1900, a man named Morrison appeared, and as the story goes, he ran the Chinese farmer off at gunpoint and claimed the ranch for his own. What's up with all the cars? Wow. Did they get washed down the river? This used to be a road? Look at that. Oh my God. I love it when I'm pleasantly surprised at something. This is freaking amazing. Wow. There's an 8-mile hike. I'm going to come back and do it. It is really cold out. I'd say like 40. I probably should have a hat on. I'm not going to walk too far. I didn't really plan on hiking. But wow. There's a couple hikes. There's 8 Mile all the way to Tacopa. And then there's like a 3-mile hike I saw. But I'm not going to do any of that today. Wow. This is just... You gotta come here. I mean, wow. Wow. Morrison eventually sold out, but the name stuck. Since then, the canyon has had many owners and has worn many different faces, including a fig farm, cattle ranch, hog farm, alfalfa, and others. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. Wow. She misses grass. You like grass, huh? It must be delicious. Wow. Look at it. Wow. We're not going that way. Look it. It's about 1.5 miles away. Bummer. We'll come back and do it. We're going to come back and do that. For sure. But I'm not prepared to do, say, 2.5 miles. I mean, I could. I got too much to do today. Wow. Look at, you see that? Wow. Amazing. You just never know when you're going to stumble upon a hidden gem. I mean, wow. Okay, I definitely want to come out and do some hiking. Wow. Oh, amazing. Look at this. It's freaking nuts. Wonder if this is a mining remnant. Look at cans, all kinds of cans buried. Not all of them are buried. Look at, wow. You know, on my morning walk, I can do 3 miles in an hour, and it's about my pace, but with taking pictures, and I wouldn't want to just rush through, so we're talking several hours, which I just don't have today, but I'm coming back. In 1970, the property was purchased by Charles Brown Jr. and Bernice Sorrells, the son and daughter of area pioneer and longtime state senator Charles Brown of Shoshone. It remains in these families today. Look at this. What the heck? Oh my gosh. It's like an old homestead. So apparently, according to the sign over here, this might have been a post office, maybe even a saloon. They don't really know for sure, but they found a cornerstone here that was dated 1903, so they think it was built in 1903. But they don't really know exactly what it was. But we're not even half a mile, maybe, from the ranch. But this is cool. What a nice little walk. Oh, look at, see, girl? During 1849 and 1850, there were a ton of people coming to California as part of the 49ers. They were in search of gold, and they used this trail, and their journals contain many notes about the Amargosa Canyon. But along this route, which took them really far south of the gold country, they did find other minerals here, like borax and gypsum. Look at, there was some kind of structure up here. Look at, wow. Probably mining borax. Yeah, this must have been, oh my gosh, look at this. This is amazing. Sadie girl. Go ahead, you can go. I'm going to be down in a minute. Oh, and this is a levee. Oh yeah, I see a levee. They built a levee. Huh. The signs out here aren't that great, and I still can't find the Slot Canyon. I took a picture of the map before I came in, and it said it was off to the left. Then I got to the end of the trail, and it said off to the right, and I thought it was a trail that goes off and around, but now I'm out that trail quite a ways, and it says Slot Canyon in the other direction, so I'm in some kind of wilderness. I saw something ahead of me that looked like it might have been a slot canyon before I saw the sign. So that's where I'm heading. And it's warm today. It's toward the end of January. And it's really warm. Oh, here's the trail. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
This. Wow. That's still not a slot canyon. You can want walnut? You can have one walnut. Over here, good girl. Look at that. Amazing. Look at this. You know what's so cool about spots like this, and I've said this a lot, like we always think of national parks or even state parks as having like the most spectacular stuff that you must see, but you go off the beaten path a little bit and you can find equally breathtaking, beautiful places. I mean, look at that. That is so cool. The best part about off the beaten track is you don't have the crowds. I have all this to myself. I mean, I've seen a couple hikers have all this to myself, and it's free, and it's freaking beautiful. Look at this. I mean, I could go explore up there more. I could spend days out here. I should. I say that a lot. And then my hip starts hurting. Oh yeah, there's water in there.
What was weird is I thought I heard rushing water.
Want to get a drink? Say, oh, you get a drink? Well, that was a fun walk. So I want to go check out the gift shop and the farm, see what I can learn and see what they've got inside. Maybe get a vegan shake. The original date grove was planted here from seed in the early 1920s by Vinola Modine. She was the youngest daughter of Death Valley area pioneer R.J. Fairbanks. About half the trees here are male and they only produce pollen, and the females are the ones that bear the fruit, yielding from 100 to 300 pounds of dates per season. Oh, wow. School desks. Look at the old kitchen. Oh, look at the old cast iron. Oh my gosh. Is it lodge? Of course they're bolted on. I wonder if this was an old prospector's cabin. I mean, I didn't read anything about there being like schools or churches or anything on the ranch, so I don't know what all this is. Wow, look at the calendar. Wow. Oh my God, it smells like the best baked goods ever in here. Well, this is fun. Kit Carson slept here. In the spring of 1844, she was the lead scout for John Fremont and a party of U.S. soldiers returning from California, heading east on the old Spanish Trail to Santa Fe. The group spent the night watering and grazing their horses along Willow Creek that I just walked on. And in his journal, Fremont notes that this was the best grazing since entering the Mojave Desert. What a funky little interesting place out in the middle of nowhere. And it's interesting they have so much stuff from Mexico. You know, after having spent time in Mexico last year, it's just kind of weird to see this stuff out here. Ooh, I'm going to get some dates. None of their baked goods are vegan, so I'm not going to get any date bread or anything. All right, are you ready to meet my hot date? Well, it's not hot, but it's delicious. Yes. Yeah, it's cold. That's ice. You can't tell. Look at it. Tastes like banana. So the smoothie, it's more like a shake. Vegan, it's vegan. So I was really excited to see something vegan on their menu, but it's too sweet. And I expected it to be sweet because dates are super sweet, but they put a banana in it. So I can taste the banana more than the dates. If I were you and I were coming here, I would ask them to make it without the banana. Next time I come, I'm going to ask them to make it without the banana. And I'm going to put it in the freezer for dessert later. It's way too sweet to drink first thing in the morning for me. I already had a couple sips, which means my whole day is going to be thrown. I cannot do any sugar at all my first meal of the day, or I crave sugar all day long. And so that's probably what my day is going to look like. It's going to be a sugar day. But I'm going to put it in the freezer for dessert. If I can find room. Oh, you know what? I might have to pour it in something else. Shoot. And I know you want to know what I got. I got some salsa. Doesn't have any sugar in it. I got dog treats, medjool dates, and they're hybrid dates. So I'll put them in the refrigerator or the freezer. They're really good to bake with. A lot of vegan recipes call for dates, and I never have any. And I always thought you didn't need to put them in the refrigerator, so they kind of go bad. They dry up. So I bought a bunch, so I'll keep them in my freezer and use them for baking. Let's get back on the road. Go run errands. Fun. Adulting. Were you a good girl? Did you keep all the burglars away? Did you keep the critters? Yeah. All right. You want to try one of your treats now? I don't think you're going to like them, frankly. Actually, she probably won't eat a treat now anyway. She doesn't really like to eat when we're traveling. She gets nervous. She's a nervous traveler sometimes. She looks so nervous. Can I drive down here? I don't know. This is kind of narrow. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I want to pull over. Oh, he'll know. me if I couldn't. China Ranch hybrids. The date palm is the oldest known cultivated tree crop, dating back at least 6,000 BC in Mesopotamia, or modern-day Iraq. Like apples, there are many varieties, and they vary widely in taste, size, color, and moisture content. Frequently cited in both the Bible and the Quran, the date palm has long been considered the tree of life in the Middle East. The first date palms were brought to the United States in the 17th century by Spanish missionaries. They were planted in California and Arizona because these places have the climate for it. In 1769, actually, the first date palm was planted in San Diego. Bye, Coyote. I know. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me in another leg of my RV life. And don't forget to protect your privacy online and get started removing your sensitive data by joining Delete Me Now. Scan the QR code or use the link in the video description below to get 20% off your first year using my code only, CarolynsRV. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. I'll see you soon.